Welcome to Temple Town of Kumbakonam. We proudly introduce Temple of Education, ARR SL Vidyashraam School, CBSE, affiliated to Central Board of Secondary Education, bearing affiliation number 1931003. Started in 2013, our school is situated near the south gate of Kumbeshwar Temple, at a distance of half kilometer from Kumbakonam, amid sylvan surrounding that stands on a spiraling 2.17 acres of land. We pride ourselves on the quality of its educational programs, the professionalism of its staff, the enthusiasm of its students, and the high level of support provided by parents and community members. With an experience of 5 decades in running a matriculation school in the neighborhood, our management is prudent enough to promote education with service mind. Our founder, a good Samaritan, philanthropist, and social thinker, believed in the supremacy of education, which makes every human being a perfect person. Our motto is commitment to learning, accepting responsibility, respect for self, others and the environment, and striving for excellence in all we do. Next, we move on to the main gate, land and boundary wall. Our campus has an area of 8,779.26 square meters. Security of lives and properties is everybody's responsibility. It is important for our school to also put structures in place that will guarantee the safety of our students and our staff members as well. In ARR SL Vidyashraam School, we allocate resources to the supervision of pupils while they enter and exit the school premises. We install 26 numbers of CCTV in all vantage points that catches all the activities that happens on school premises. Our school compound is fenced with a height of 10 feet all around and gated. This way, the number of people who come and go out are monitored. Display boards are placed to help the parents, visitors to easily access the place they want to see and the person they desire to meet. Our infrastructure. The total built-up area of the school is 4,940.20 square meters. That comprises of classrooms, laboratories, library with a reading room, activity rooms, staff rooms and restrooms. The average area of the classrooms are 500 square feet and the laboratories are approximately 650 square feet. We have classrooms with proper ventilation, spacious seating arrangements to facilitate our students' learning. The school buildings are concrete structures as per the CBSE norms and has a building stability certificate by the competent authority. The school has an open auditorium which can seat more than 300 students at a time, which is one of its kind in Kumbakonam. Classrooms. With the school strength of 651, in the classroom student ratio of 1:40, we have adequate number of classrooms for the secondary level. In addition to this, for the upgradation to senior secondary level, we have sufficient classrooms and extra classrooms for the upcoming strength. 6 exclusive classrooms are enabled for digitalized learning for secondary and senior secondary levels. Laboratory facilities. It is imperative for any school to have the latest and high quality science lab. Science is different from other subjects. In order to understand its concepts, We look beyond the books and conventional classroom teaching. The role of the laboratory in our school courses is high, since students must construct their own understanding of ideas. The new and updated curriculum is based on disciplinary approach with rigor and depth. As the integration of laboratory activities with classroom work, we provide sufficient space for equipment to remain set up. It ensures students to be able to move smoothly between their desks and the laboratory area. Now, we are moving into physics lab for our students to acquire the manual and mental skills associated with learning physics. It is essential that they be fully engaged in laboratory activities. We provide sufficient equipment and laboratory stations for laboratory groups. Where appropriate, our laboratory activities includes equipments and phenomena that relate to the students' world, thereby accommodating 32 students at a time. For each experiment, we have a minimum of 6 sets of apparatus to make them manipulate individually. That includes spectrometer, digital emitter, voltmeter, PN junction diode, PNP transistor, logic gates, galvanometer, tangent galvanometer, and potentiometer. Our students can measure atmospheric pressure directly with the 14's barometer available here. We also focus on other fields, namely optics, electrical, and electronics to cater to our students' needs. Exposure to such apparatus, besides giving a depth of practical knowledge, also ensures that our students have potential practice on all the experiments. Chemistry lab. Our chemistry laboratory is a crucible for experience. Here, students learn the techniques of preparation, identification, and estimation of chemical substances through microchemical methods. The curriculum encompasses basic laboratory techniques like cutting glass tube, bending a glass tube, and boring a cork. Regarding determination and purification of chemical substances, our students will be able to determine the melting point and boiling point of an organic compound, crystallization of impure sample, pH values of different solutions, studying chemical equilibrium, quantitative estimation, qualitative analysis, and deduction of organic compounds. We have apparatus to the above-mentioned procedures like burettes, pipettes, test tubes and their respective stands, tripods, capillary tubes, wire gauze, salts, spirit lamp, acids, bases, measuring jars, china dish, pH papers, indicators, reagents, and razor blades. As knowledge cannot simply be transmitted by the teacher but must be developed by students in interactions with nature and the teacher, we have a meaningful learning where laboratory activities are a well-integrated part of a learning. Now we are entering into biology lab. Biology is an incredibly fascinating field of study because it is so fundamental to our world. Our biological science laboratory is meeting our students' needs that enrich the quality of learning in numerous ways, which concerns with composition and structure of human body with the available specimens and models. With biological specimens, the students get an exciting opportunity to learn firsthand about anatomy, physiology, biochemical processes, disease, health, nutrition, and much more. We believe that such practical exposure would be profitable for students for a variety of professions. At the same time, utmost care is taken to ensure safety of our students while working in the lab, to avoid contamination and other health hazards. In this regard, we provide protective gear like eye goggles, a lab coat, and an apron. We teach to engage students' mind so that they will acquire skill and confidence in the subjects. Next is our maths lab. Our school has a well-equipped mathematics laboratory. It is a place where learning becomes fun. The laboratory approach of teaching mathematics provides students with the opportunity to understand and discover the importance and relevance of mathematics as a discipline. The Math Lab comprises of a variety of mathematical teaching aids in the form of models, games, charts, CDs, books, and so on that ensures effective learning. The focus of learning is on developing number sense, spatial sense, recognition of patterns, and gradually to attend the problems with algorithm and abstractions. Teachers emphasize on mathematical process that helps the child to imbibe concepts using concrete materials, problem solving with real-life situations, selecting appropriate computational tools and strategies. We teach to engage students' mind so that they will acquire skill and confidence in the subjects. Now we are moving into Computer Lab. A computer lab aims to blend the creativity and curiosity of young students with the hands-on education aspects of science and technology. This lab is well equipped with the latest computer systems for the students to discuss each and every aspect of basic computer system. It is used extensively by our students for learning the foundation of information technology like Python, Turbo C++, MS Office, QBasic, PHP and SQL. The total number of systems in our lab are 40 with latest configurations. The school is equipped with a dedicated broadband connection for students to aid them in their projects and presentations. Now we are moving into Robotic Lab. Our Robotic Lab is an activity-based learning laboratory comprising of basic to advanced robots which can be used in experiments by the students in a modern environment. It is accompanied with a detailed curriculum which enlists a description of a comprehensive set of STEM concepts for the students. They can learn from scratch to programming concepts with the basic electronic components kit and Arduino and Python software that can be used as tools for building stimulated real-world situations. This, in addition to the curriculum, also includes assessments which can be used by the teachers for evaluating the students' practical skills and knowledge. Now we are entering into Social Lab. Social Lab is the backbone of social science studies. Our social science lab are so useful to explain the planets, historical flowcharts, volcano models, seasons of India, geographical terms of landforms, latitude and longitude degree charts, physical features of India map, river map of India, political map of India, basic concepts of India flowcharts, national symbols and so on. Imparting language begins from here. Language Lab. Our English Language Lab helps students in mastering the language. Spoken English and written English has always been a challenge to an average Indian student. Our Language Lab offers interesting methodologies like phonetics learning, articulation of words, debating, writing poetries to ignite the passion to use English language to express themselves. Now we are entering the Reader's Delight Zone, Library and Reading Hall. Our school library aims at creating interest in reading amongst the students who get the best of resources, houses and various collections of books, internet connection, materials and other content. The type of books we can have access in our school library are fiction books, reference books, literature biographies, general knowledge books, social science books, art and craft books, Hindi books, encyclopedia, dictionary and NCERT books available for the reference as well. Importance of school library is to encourage the learners to read more to enrich our intellectual, artistic, cultural, social and emotional growth. The ambience of our reading room is perfect for learning without getting disturbed. This makes it easy for us to learn and grasp faster. Next, we are moving into playground. Our playground is of 6,021 square meters. We have a cemented basketball court, skating rink, volleyball court with a track and field area, and other outdoor sports activities. Added to this, we have an indoor stadium for badminton, table tennis, and other indoor games like chess and carom. We also offer our students traditional Indian exercises like pole lyceum, dumbbells, kolatam, hula hoops, pole drill, and martial arts like karate, taekwondo, and silambam are also taught to our students. We are entering to the meditation and yoga hall. The holistic experience for students is mandatory. Such efforts ensure the student is able to cope with stresses and pressures of this phase of life. The hall is constructed in such a way the natural elements of air and light filters in offering the ambience for spiritual exercise. Yoga is tutored by trained professionals. Now we are moving into club activity. In our school, we have eco, reading, health and wellness, IT, heritage, and literary clubs for our students' recreation. We train the students in all aspects of music, dance, art and craft in our school campus, which is taught in a simple, step-by-step in cohesive manner with the basic elements of art and culture. We also allow the children to create their own ideas that can be used and admired in our day-to-day life. As we move forward, now we are entering into medical room. We have well-equipped medical room with a nurse with all the primary facilities to treat the sick. Our medical room has been specially created to provide basic first aid service for the students whenever required. Parents are kept informed of the health status of their wards. The responsible caretaker and nurse will treat our sick student with the necessary treatment. The students are given with the free dental, eye checkups with general health checkup every year. Next, we are moving into counseling room. Our school counselor uses assessment, group or individual counseling, and meditation to assist students with academic, social, personal, and career development. Our school counselors often function as part of an educational team and help coordinate efforts that support a student's academic success. Now we are entering into restrooms. Our restrooms are clean and hygienic on all the floors with hand wash facilities separately for boys and girls. At a time, our restrooms can easily accommodate 100 urinals for boys and 80 urinals for girls. 9 western closets for boys and 9 for girls. In addition to that, restrooms for the staff has been provided separately for male and female staff. We also have special restroom for physically challenged children. The toilets are facilitated with ramps, western closets with handles, wheelchair, etc. Essentials: drinking water and power backup. Our drinking water system is purified by reverse osmosis system to offer pure clean drinking water for the students. Gensets are kept in standby to ensure the smooth function of our school in case of power shortage. Strictly in adherence to the safety guidelines instructed by Fire and Rescue Department, we have installed the fire safety extinguisher on all the floors on all sides of classrooms, labs, library. Refilling of these extinguishers are done on a regular basis and as per the norms stipulated by the authority. The safety and security of our children and staff are the most important for us. Totally, we have 23 numbers of fire extinguisher of ABC 4 kg category. It's our privilege to participate in the process of getting approval for the upgradation to senior secondary level. We take this moment to thank the team for viewing this video, and we hope our efforts during this COVID situation is adequate and informative as per your requirement. Thank you again on behalf of Team ARR.